nudes, as the kids say. Hi, I'm Matt. I like music, and I have a car, and I have a back seat in my car. Hello, welcome to Backseat Reviews. This is the first episode. We're going to talk about the Phoebe Bridgers album, Stranger in the Alps. This album came out September 22nd, 2017. Phoebe Bridgers is a 23-year-old singer-songwriter from Los Angeles, California. I actually discovered her because I'm a huge Conor Oberst fan, so I'll search Conor Oberst videos from time to time, see what I'm missing, and I saw a video of her playing Lua with him, and I was like, wow, she's got a really great voice. I wonder what stuff she has. And I stumbled upon this album. So here we go, let's get right into it. The first song is called Smoke Signals, and I think out of the songs on this album, this is the perfect one to start the album. She really nailed that. There's something I love that she did in the song that I wish more musicians did. She put real things within lyrical music. I know that sounds crazy, but what I'm saying is, she says, "We sang Ace of Spades when Lemmy died." Stuff like that, I wish musicians did more of. Because I feel like people get caught in that trap of trying too hard to be lyrical, when you could just put a reference like that in, and it kind of brings you in and makes it all feel more human. She's got lots of layered voices in the chorus that make it kind of have an eerie feeling to it that I love, and I just think it's a great start to the album. And a line that I love that I wrote down here is, "All of our problems I'm gonna solve with you riding shotgun, speeding, 'cause fuck the cops." That's again one of those lines that I'm talking about where it's very lyrical, but at the same time she's saying fuck the cops. It's very surface, and I love that. The next song is Motion Sickness, which is my personal favorite song, and actually the first song I found of her. I watched the music video where she's wearing a suit and riding a scooter around. I love the line, like, "I faked it every time." It's one of those cheeky kind of lyrics where the next line, immediately you think, oh, she's faking orgasms in this relationship, telling this boyfriend he's not shit, whatever. But immediately the next line is, "I never had many feelings at all," some form of that. So the next line automatically makes you think back to that first one. Was she faking feelings instead of orgasms? You know what I mean? And I love that double meaning right there, but you don't realize that until you get to that next line or the next couple lines. Her writing style feels very personal, very fact-based. It doesn't seem like she's trying to make anything up or pretend she's anything she's not or pretend a relationship was something it wasn't. It's very matter-of-fact. She references a lot of things that would actually be happening in a relationship that's going downhill. My favorite line of this song was the chorus, "I have emotional motion sickness." It's a great way to phrase that. And I've never heard anyone say something that eloquent about that. The next song is called Funeral. And I'm going to read this line to you because, back to it again, more realness within it. "Jesus Christ, I'm so blue all the time, and that's just how I feel. Always have and I always will." She's not afraid to say something like Jesus Christ that might upset some people, especially for that to be the first two words in a chorus, the way that she has it. And it's a very real message that she's putting out there. Like, oh, I'm so sad all the time. Always have been, always will be. This song is very weird to me. When I first heard it, I didn't realize how depressing it really was, because it sounds very middle of the road. It doesn't sound too happy, too sad. But then you really break it down. It's about a parent who lost their kid. The kid died, and she's at their funeral playing a song, and it's just a very, like, she sucks in the second verse. Whenever she's feeling sad, she thinks about this parent who lost their kid and kind of puts it in perspective for her. Yeah, another line I loved is, "We talk until we think, until we might just kill ourselves, but then we laugh until it disappears." Who hasn't had a moment like that? Raise your hand. No hands. We all relate to that line. The background synths and strings really make this song what it is to me. I really love that fill in the background. Next song was another one I really liked called Demi Moore, and I like the way it depicts loneliness, but through sending nudes, as the kids say. And it's very, I mean, she's 23 years old. It makes sense. It's not like it's some 45-year-old singing about sending nudes and feeling lonely, and that's what they're doing to try to not be lonely. And she's 23. It's probably what she's really doing. And she wants to feel okay by not being alone, which is kind of the whole point of that song. The next couple songs are, I mean, really the rest of the album we'll kind of just skip. It was good, but not as captivating as the first couple songs. To me, it feels like she front-loaded this album. Like Scott Street, good song, nothing stand out. I really liked Killer. I liked the piano in that. Georgia, I liked the synth that was in the end of the first verse. Very beautiful music throughout this whole album. It feels like an album. It feels like a concept album throughout the whole thing. It's just the music all ties in, all the harmonies and vocals and reverb. Throughout this album, she has excellent use of reverb. I think the only other band I can think of that uses reverb the way she does is MGMT, where it's a lot of reverb, but it fits and it makes sense. It doesn't sound like it's covering up a bad voice like I do when I record. I like the song Would You Rather, of course, because Conor Oberst is on it, and it's just a very, it's as poppy as a song is going to get on this album. And then it ends with what I think is the worst song on this album, You Missed My Heart. I did not care for this one at all. It felt like the music didn't fit the words and the melodies didn't match, and it all felt like it was clashing the whole time for me. I was very disappointed that that's how this album ended, because overall, it's a great album. It's got high replay value. The only problem I have with this album is it's not an album to just listen to any day. Like, I'm not going to go out on a bright sunny day and listen to this album. There's Sublime for that. This is an album where you're driving your car, it's dark, or you're sitting in your house drinking wine or beer by yourself. It's got a very limited listening window to me. Though it has a high replay value for another time, that time has to be very specific. But I love this album. Great album. My favorite album of 2017. I can't wait to see what she does next. I hope it's more of the same other than that last song. She's got a great voice. She's a great guitarist. I love the way she writes lyrics. That's probably my favorite thing here. I'm looking forward to see what she has next. Backseat Reviews. Bye!